No, they have something they call 12 fingers. That's they do the wine. No, they have some lake they call 12 fingers. But that's Philadelphia. That's New York State. So you can see this dotted line. So this Long Island, of course, is part of New York State. Then it go up here. But now the state border is a bit funny. Follow, I cannot see because I'm very tired. So we have the state border down here. This dotted line follow this river. No, the state border follow state border follow this river. This river go there. That's the state border. That's Delaware River. Follow this river. But it's United States. You don't need that passport to crossing early. I just like to see what is United States. You don't need that actually there. And then the state border goes straight over here. So you have a family campground. So that's New York. This campground, I don't know how much, maybe you can sleep, but you have this Black Bears. I don't think people are not sleeping in tents. They are sleeping in this RVs, these cars, auto campers. But I think they call it RVs. And some maybe they're living in the whole year. They pay every month. They're living full time. You can pay if you have a caravan. You can pay to keep it like the whole year. Some do that. They're living a whole year on a campground in a caravan or auto camper. RV, that's New York State. But you have this Black Bears. Probably maybe you have the brown bears because we are very close to Canada. You have the black bears, could be brown bears too. Because Canada, we very close to Canada border. So you need a car. You need a car to get around in the United States because it's very big. This small house is New York State. Somebody is living down here. They're living in, he's living in New York State, and this house is Pennsylvania. So this house is New York State, and they're living in Pennsylvania, and he have power boats. And I think in the winter that's freezing, but let's go look more, zoom out, look the lake. Horsehead, Elmira, Corning, but we need to zoom out a lot because that's very big. I like to go to the lake. Then it go north, like here. So this is New York. Now this corner is New York State. Somebody living here in this corner. It's a small road, and then a small house, and another something here. What is this? Campground? No, that's houses. That's many, and a golf lane and houses. Somebody built a lot of houses and a golf course. No, somebody did own all this property, then he built all a golf course and a lot of houses. Not horses, but houses. But I think this lake will freeze in the winter. It's freezing cold up here in the winter time. So that's New York. That's a campground, lakeside campground. This is inside New York. But some living here full time. You can renting like few $100 months. You can renting few $100. Have this trailer homes or caravans could be, but they're not doing tents. You're not living in a tent because I think it's freezing cold. They're living here like full time. And then they're working somewhere. So they're living here to go to work. They're working somewhere here in this area. This lake is what name is it? Lake Erie. I don't know if Lake Erie is connected to the Great Lakes. I think it is. No, that's Lake Erie. Actually, this is the most south in Canada. You have a small island down here. You got this is most south island in Canada. Down here was a boat here. I saw a small boat a year ago. Was a small boat down here. This is the most south of Canada. Middle Island. I saw a small boat on the satellite photo. But I think it was a sunken boat. It's maybe still there. You can see it below the water. So this is, but there's nothing here. You cannot go buy food. And this island have no natural harbor, so that's not a good island to select for living. And you got a small island north there, Pelee Island, and we have a harbor up here north. You have a harbor there, Schröder. So you could living in Canada, close to the border, like I think that's Detroit or something. This big city is Detroit, I think. Yes, Detroit. That's Detroit City, United States, and here you can live in this city. don't know what the name of this city is. And then you can cross the border. This is called Fighting Islands. Then you have a bridge somewhere. But this is Canada to the right, and this is United States. I don't know if you have some border controls. No, like here, that's not very big distance. This is Canada. This island is Canada. This island is United States. Detroit River Wildlife Refuge. That's just inside, that's inside this big Detroit city. Like this is Canada. But living in Denmark, I don't need a visa. I think I don't need any visa for United States. I can just fly. I don't need any paper. No, I don't need to apply anything. I can just travel. I don't know how you can stay, like few months maybe. I don't know how long time you can stay. So actually this is Canada. Crystal Islands. But my computer, I cannot move my map because I'm sleepy, tired, thirsty. So actually part of this island is United States. I don't think you have any border. You don't have any. This is Canada, this is United States. There, this is United States. Stony Islands. So that's Detroit City. Detroit, we need to lead a Dearborn. Or I think it's here to do the car factories. Dearborn, I think that's the Ford factories. They had this old Fords, in old days, Ford Rouge complex. No, they have this old Ford, but I think they still do Fords. This is a Ford car factory. They maybe do this for the F1 trucks, they do the trucks. I think this is a big, maybe. No, there's a big car, they're making steel for car bodies maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know. I don't know what they are doing. They're doing something, metal I think, steel. No, this is where they made this for the A in the old days, I think. I'm not sure, read about it. So you can live in Canada. Just I don't know the name of the city. That's Detroit. I don't know the name of the city. Windsor City maybe. Windsor. The city is called Windsor. Yep, you can cross, but that's a border. That's some kind of border. Canada Border Service. So that's a border. You can drive there. Canada Immigrations. That's the Canadian border. Then you can drive up here. Drive into United States and probably have another border control. Down there you have Detroit. You have this costume and border. Then when you go to United States, you go to here. Check, but I don't need. I have a passport, but then I think I don't need any paper. I just go as many times I like. But I don't have a car. How you should do it without a car? How can you do? Probably you have. Maybe you can have a train. You have a train line. You have a tunnel down here. But you're not just crossing the river. You need the Windsor Detroit Tunnel. But you cannot go here by bicycle. You have to do it by car. So I don't know how to do this. How you do that? We only have one bridge and a tunnel, but there's no ferry. So you can do that. You're just living in Canada, Windsor there, and then you can cross border to United States. Lake, and that's New York. No, that's Pennsylvania. This is New York. So this camping, no, this kind trailer park camping, lakeside camping. There, but they're not do the vacation, they do for living and working, I think. But I only have like $2,100 after tax, my Danish pension, and I need at least $1,000 just to keep my apartment and my basic bill. Here we have Barcelona, but that's not in Spain. That's Barcelona in New York. Barcelona, they have a small harbor. No, then you can renting a boat pile like $100 months, but I think that's very, very cold up in the winter, and the problem with this lake is ice. In the winter, the lake will be full of ice. So if I should living in United States, I think it needs to be south of New York. But we can look up New York City a little bit. So that's if you look at state lines, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New Jersey state. Then you have this Maryland state with Washington. Washington state is not this. This is Maryland state. Do we have a state called Maryland? Maybe we have that. Virginia, Delaware, but we have Virginia states, and Chesapeake. Here you have a lot of rivers.